So they're just figuring out Fearless and stuff. But I mean, it's not like Boba Fett's going to shoot something else. Maybe he was thinking about the Han Solo. Takes the stress. He's not taking any chances here. They're going to check the front arc to see if Echo's got it. Echo wants to shoot, but also doesn't want to give a guaranteed hit to Boba Fett. Looks like it's natties.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh,
2 dice
boy.
from Echo. It's all paint. Yeah, he's going to spend the force point, which he's reticent to do because I assume he's got a shot.
We think he's got the shot, yeah.
Yeah. 2 shields, so not half points. Oh, it was 2 eyeballs. Okay, so he has to spend both to keep it on the shields. I like that. No
Fair.
recloak.
No recloak, no points given up. So now
Yeah.
do you do the phantom thing and run away?
Oh, absolutely. 3 minutes left. You're on
4
top
straight cloak.
143 to 40?
Oh boy.
Need over 100 points to win if you're Steven. Yeah, that's not... You don't have time for that. Oh, yeah. Timo saying, where's the bomber shot? Oh, he was... he reloaded, so he's... Weapons disabled.
One of those 3 giant tokens on him.
Yeah. Man, I just wish there was a way to get a proton torpedo shot this round. Just go out on a torp shot. But there's no way Boba is not going to boost towards you or out of arc or... So what is it, a 4 forward on the Phantom? Yeah.
Yep.
White 4 forward, recloak. You know what? 1 bank, Jinden. You're too far for a coordinate.
Yeah, basically he needs to one-shot bomber and one-shot Echo. Right?
System phase using Tarkin.
Ooh.
I don't think it'll matter, but I just wanted him to trigger Tarkin twice.
It'll matter if he turns Boba to chase Echo.
Ooh, good point. Yep, just doing the 1 straight.
Yeah, and if he doesn't turn Boba to chase Echo, then the bomber doesn't care.
Now, I can't see the card, but Boba might still have Contraband Cybernetics, so if he hard ones, he might still be able to perform an action. And it's the last turn, so like move up, boost, target lock, then Han Solo Gunner for a focus. Easy.
Yeah, you could at least
bank.
feel a little bit better.
Yep, there's the 4 forward. Oh, man. Flip Contraband, do a Talon roll.
Ooh.
Stack that stress. 30 seconds left. This is going to be the last round.
Contraband, Talon roll, lock focus.
Yep.
Ooh.
I see a charge getting flipped. Doing it too hard. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, well.
We believed in you, Boba.
So he'll need to boost to get a shot. Actually, could he boost left and shoot into Echo?
I don't think you want to.
Out the back? Well, I mean, you could boost right and shoot into the bomber, but you don't want to do that either. I mean, there's no win condition here.
Yeah.
I think you boost right, and then if you're lucky, you get a shot at Echo, and if not, you get the consolation prize shot at the bomber.
Yeah.
But you'd be in torp range for the bomber, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Hey, you're gonna take a proton torpedo. Maui says,
Meh.
Can you blame me for wanting to see Boba Fett take a proton torpedo?
No, I don't blame you.
It's this type of unbiased commentary that you can expect over at Hexiled Gaming.
Nothing if not objective.
Yeah.
Please kill Boba Fett. He
It would
hurt
make
me.
me so happy. Yes.
See, I would
in
never
there.
say that about any ship, ZZ. Here's the one bank. So he's got 000. Just take the stress. Who cares? Don't give him a mod. Han Solo for a focus. He'll check arc, but he's going to end up shooting into that bomber, I think, because I don't think he's got arc. Yep. He's going range 2 into the bomber. Oop. Get out of here. All right. Looks like he's got a range 1. Nope, range 2. Just out.
And the reminding us of the whole breach, I guess.
Yep.
We
So any
can't see
damage that
from here,
goes
but-
through will be face up. It looks like it's natties.
Probably okay. Yeah.
Now, could you get a crit chain? Could you take this ship off the board?
You could.
And I would be so sad if he did. I really want to see this torpedo.
Just one crit.
I want the torp.
I mean, with one, you could still technically see it with just like a whole bunch of direct hits in a row.
Yeah.
All right. The moment that Maui has been waiting for. The proton torpedo into Boba Fett. Boba's got 4 left, so it could kill him. He does have a reroll and a focus. Yep, here's 4 dice.
That doesn't look too bad.
He already spent his focus, so nope, he's
Never mind.
rerolling 3. There was paint,
well-
just not the kind he wanted.
Ooh,
Oh,
and there's
no,
at least
no!
Oh, but Boba rolls blanks as well.
Oh, boy.
So he's at
I mean,
least taking a crit.
Oh, he rerolls the blank into a blank. Panicked and hull breach. But that's got to be it. Yep. They're doing the pseudo shake to let us know they're being responsible.
Yeah.
Thank you guys both for the game. Congratulations to Jeremy. Wins it with Grand Moff Tarkin. Pretty happy
that
about
gonna-
that.
That's gonna be a bounty. Next bounty.
I
Sounds
cannot confirm nor deny that.
Okay.
Thank you, Maui and Steven, for hanging out. And thank you all for
pleasure.
watching. That'll do it for this match. I think we're ready to throw it back to Chad.
Thank you for the great game, guys. So we have a prize announcement. So the prize winners this time is Jason Gemmel wins a coin. Another coin goes to Brian Bugage. The Plo Koon this round goes to Brian McNeil. And the Cliff Cramp painting of Yoda in the tree goes to BSF. So whoever you are, BSF, congratulations. Hopefully you enjoy that. So our prize next for this round will be given away afterwards is an LED lit Millennium Falcon, also by the MacArthur Art Shop. Cameron has done this Falcon that just looks gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and we will be giving that away at the end of the round. So yeah, stay tuned. Give $10 during this game to be eligible to win one of our 4 prizes at the end. Now let's take a listen to a story from one of our CAC participants.
Hi, I'm John Conley. I usually organize the Denver chapter tournament of Hi, I'm John Conley. I usually organize the Denver chapter tournament of the CAC. And this tournament, it means a lot of things to a lot of people. Stephen Sherry is the one that pointed me to this. He and I have both battled and beaten cancer. So thank you, Stephen, for pointing this out to me a few years back. I've run it a few times now, and it's been just fantastic each time. We've helped raise a lot of money. For me, this tournament is a big tournament of hope. I've been through it. My battle sucked. I really hope that just kids don't ever have to suffer this. That if they do, they beat it and that they win. I hope that the communities come together, that you guys raise a lot of money, and that we use that money to support all these different charities. My story looks like I've had melanoma cancer 3 times now. It's recurred twice, and it has been horrible each time. I was fortunate. I never had to go through chemo. Chemo is utterly horrible. But I did have my head bolted to a table and got that capped off with a year of immunotherapy. Also not fun, but it's not chemo. I ended up getting Mike Tyson and then full Van Gogh. So if you bend my ear, you only get the chance at one good one. I was initially diagnosed 7 years ago, and it's been a 7-year battle, and this battle is not fun. I don't want anyone, especially kids, to ever have to suffer anything like this, which is why I believe so much in Chad at Twin Sun Charities. He and his team, they assemble like none other. He is actually harnessing the power of people. I'm just one person, but we usually pull in between 40 and 50 people at Denver for this tournament, and we raise a good bit of money. Chad has raised a boatload, and we're hoping every year to eclipse that. His team is doing amazing work, and my hope is that you help by donating.
My name is Chris. My son Matthew has cancer. We're so very thankful that we're here at St. Jude. It's an awesome place.
St. Jude's helped me get better.
We never see a hospital bill, never see a food bill. We're so very thankful. All those that ever gave before my son came here, our family thanks you, because it was because of your donations, your time, your effort that allowed my boy to have a fighting chance. We love that little boy with all of our heart. We sure do. And we thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts.
So, like I've said many times, it's all about trying to keep on mission, remembering what we fight for. We do that by talking to each other, learning each other's stories. As we've mentioned throughout, and we've talked to people, so many people have a similar story, whether it's you directly, whether it's somebody that you love. It's usually one of those two. It's somebody that it deeply impacts our lives. So, please help us raise this money. Help us to support St. Jude and the research they do, the children that they support, and the love that they bring to this world. So we'll continue on this mission. We've still got another 4 hours on this telethon, which I'm excited about. We've got some exciting games coming up. Our next game, we're going back to Scott. Scott, are you there?
I am here, ready to get this game started. All right. Looks like we've got a match between
Scott?
Marcel Manzano and Kayla Liu. Steven, are you still with me? Excellent.
Sorry
So
about
very
that, Scott.
excited about
That
this
was my
match.
fault. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
Let's
I
see,
couldn't
we've
hear
got Sunterfell, Turfiner, Saber Squadron Ace, and Echo again. A lot of love for Echo today. Also some love for the RZ2s. We've got ZZ Greer, Ronnie, and 2 Blue Squadron recruits. Looks like we are just about to start. So we'll start the timer when they are ready.
Okay. Well, we will take your feed and we will enjoy your show. Thank you.
All right. All right. Man, these painted A-wings look awesome.
Yeah, they do.
I'll try and figure out which one is which. We've got Greer is green. That makes sense. ZZ's usually red. Tally. Nope, we don't have Tally. To Ronnie's pink. Steven, you want to let them know we're good to go?
Yeah, they got us up.
Okay. I meant Marcel and
Oh, yeah.
Kayla.
I will tell them.
All right. Turfiner is the red saber. Blue and yellow are the blue squadrons. Purple is Ronnie. Got it. Green is Greer. Yep. Excellent. All right. Well, as soon as they reveal, we'll get the timer going and get this match started. So it looks like Sunterfell's at the top of the board there. Turfiner. No, Sunterfell's down here at the bottom. He's the yellow one. They get to do actual handshakes because they live together. Oh, they're rubbing elbows. Responsible. All right, timer is starting, and so is this match. There's the hard turn from the Blue Squadron recruit. There's the other Blue Squadron. So there are 2 ways to build these RZ2 lists, right? If you want to have optics on everything, you bring 2 Blue Squadron recruits. Otherwise, you could bring what we normally see is Zari with Intimidation and no optics. For me, I like having all the ships with the same upgrades. So I do like this
Yeah, it
build.
definitely makes it easier to keep track of your abilities throughout the game.
For sure. So going for the barrel roll is going to hold back, stay on the board edge, wait and see what Marcel does, and try and answer that next turn.
I gotta say, I'm a little excited about Turfiner.
Yeah, me too. Crack shot, Turf. Big fan. There's the 1 bank out of Echo. Ooh, look at that metal token. Big flex.
Yep.
Straight maneuver here out of the Saber Squadron. One bank boost. So took a cloak on Echo. Start that process. Looking for the template, I think.
Yeah.
There it is.
What are these plastic things I need to use to move now?
But man, I think those 2 banks in Seattle looked a little bigger.
They were large.
It's all in the angles.
Oh, it looks like Marcel's using his GSP templates, so you know they're legit.
Ooh. Gonna switch bases here. Oh, we got some anti-slip stuff.
Ah,
Nice. Oh. Guy back on the base. Nice to see all these interceptors out there. We did a few matches using the squadrons format where you had to use interceptors. And the Saber Squadron Aces, just there's such a great value at Initiative 4. These Crackshot Sabers are 37 points. I really like them.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully
a nice
we'll
ship.
see more of those in the future.
Yep.
There's the 2-4 and the boost from ZZ. She's not holding back.
Nope. Coming in.
Yep, gonna threaten the flank there on Sunterfell. Shoot up the side of the board. Oh, Sunterfell's over. Oh boy, how many times am I gonna call Sunterfell incorrectly? Turfiner's red. Sunterfell's got the yellow color on the base. Goes for a boost. Now Sunterfell's gonna do some flanking, threatening of his own.
He's also using the traditional Sunter model with the red blood stripes.
Truth. I think now that the Saber Squadron is turning in, I can see a little bit of... Is that a red model?
Yeah, that's yeah, it looks like one of the red models. Looks like it might be painted or modified. Echo is definitely painted.
Oh, for sure. Very cool paint job on Echo.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll turn her in and we can see it in its full glory.
Always nice to see a good paint job.
Yeah, I mean these A-wings look spectacular.
Yeah.
I think a couple that paints X-wing together stays together.
Yeah, I mean, how can you go wrong? You're quarantined. You're in your house. You're playing X-wing. I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, there are worse ways to spend your life.
Yeah.
Looks like we're good to go here. One last dial over here for Kayla. I'm assuming. I guess ZZ could fly 5 straight and really threaten that flank, or you 3-bank in and actually try and shoot something.
Yeah. I get. Probably depends on how much you think that's it.
Yeah. Echo decloaks, 2-bank, skirts the gas cloud there.
Oh, she's moving.
Yep. Going fast there on the blue recruit. Takes a focus. Nice little firing line there.
Yeah.
Pink gonna reveal. It's Ronnie. Ooh. Hold on 1 second.
So it looks like Kayla here is, trying to essentially run away from the aces and kind of curl in on the saber
Mm-hmm.
and maybe echo.
Yeah, I like that. There's the.
I mean, A-wings are, A-wings are one of the few ships fast enough to make it force an interceptor or chase it. So.
So Saber Squadron definitely has a way to turn in and get the arc on the A-wings, but maybe there's too many out there. Yeah, he's gonna run.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, Steven, can we bump up to? Oh, hold on, never mind. I got this. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. We'll be joined here shortly.
Ah, okay.
Hello. How's this game going?
Hey.
It's going pretty well so far. How you doing?
Having a good time. Having a good time. So I have a bit of a challenge for the chat. Yes. Hello, everybody. I've been here. I've been around. I had the early shift. Scott has a show right now, but my boy Marcel, because his game now is waiting for his game to issue a pretty big challenge here to the community for donations.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. What's the challenge?
So from right now, Gold Squadron will match every dollar up to $1,000 in donations from now to the end of this game. As soon as this game's over, the challenge is done.
You heard it here, people.
I budgeted up to amount plus the donation we gave earlier for the campaign against cancer, because we haven't been traveling as much. So I'm taking my travel budget and putting it to better use than just sitting around. So as of right now, and it's completely on the community. Here we go, starting right now. So I'm just gonna hang back and see what happens.
All
right, guys.
You heard him.
You heard that.
He laid down the gauntlet.
Yep. Start getting those donations, and Dion's gonna match it.
And to be clear, it has to be done through the ! donate.
Yes.
So that we can track it. So I'm looking at it right now.
All right. Well, even more stakes in this game. Don't get nervous, Steven.
No, I'm not.
There's the one bank from ZZ. Sunter fell. Move. Gonna keep threatening that flank. Let's see if he wants to boost. He's got a nice hard 1, hard 2 lined up for next turn if he wants it. Ooh, he's gonna barrel roll, get even closer. I got to get out of that that ion cloud condition card mindset. These are
right.
just regular clouds now.
Just the regular ion clouds. Yeah, I mean, he's Marcel sees her. She was kind of trying to come around and curl in on the back of his squad, so he's bringing Sunter in to kind of do the same to her.
checking for the bullseye arc on Sunterfell. That's a blue squadron, yeah.
Oh, they got lasers.
This is the future. Welcome to 2020. We using lasers now, dog.
Yep. Where a game being played in somebody's house in Chicago is being streamed by somebody in Georgia and Florida.
Yep. I
From
think
an undisclosed
Marcel's got
location
one
in
of
Indiana-
every dice
Indiana.
there.
Oh, he's got.
You can't stop him from flexing. Look at all those different attack dice in that bag.
Yeah.
He's going to put it on the table. He's going to show you. And he
Yep.
cares so little about it, puts him in a Ziploc.
It's like, there you go.
He doesn't
Check it
have
out.
some like fancy like
Crown Royal bag. or
Crown
something.
Royal bag. He just threw that one on the ground. Marcel, please.
It's like, he's like, man, I need a bag for these worlds and regionals dice. I just need to go to the kitchen and get me a Ziploc.
I think in the next stream, he's going to buy a toilet and just pull them out of the bowl. Hey, guys, you know those things that you lust after, that you compete in to collect? He cares not. He mixes them all together, keeps them in a Ziploc bag, throws them on the ground. I like this guy.
I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah. How long until nobody knows what a jib is? Oh,
I don't think anybody knows now. It's just
we lost our video there. Let's see.
Let me pop over there and check on that.
Lost your video. Yeah. All right, they're going to work on that. I'm going to speculate as to what's happening. Oh boy, I was too busy talking about jibs. Here we go. I already forgot what the board state is. Yep. And we are back. Kaylee's saying, we didn't see what happened, so got to redo it. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you, guys. All right. Yeah, we missed that last attack. Sunterfell, 2 hits into yellow. Looks like green missed a shot into that saber. Passive sensors got a lock on Greer. Just as I suspected. All right. So what do we think of this positioning here? Sunterfell is in the game now. Did the barrel roll into a boost, auto thrusters, took the stress, but ended up getting that. Ended up putting 2 shots through on that blue squadron, so that's half points.
Yep. I like Suture's positioning. He's got a lot of room to work with there to arc dodge and pick on targets.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I think the A-Wings are really strong in this matchup. There's not a lot of hull, so once you start putting 1 and 2 damage through on any of these Imperial ships, maybe except Echo, it's very meaningful.
Oh, yeah.
But there are 4 ships. That's pretty good for Imperials. And they're moving after half of the list. Let's see.
Yeah.
I guess Greer's the only overlap there with the 4s.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll check on who's got player 1. Got a decloak incoming from Echo. It's nice that we had a warm-up game to get used to those Echo decloaks in real life. Although now we're doing the GSP canted angle. I don't know anything anymore. All bets are off.
Your perspective is gone.
Yeah. I guess this is the last game of the day for you.
It is. Yep.
And Dion's in this room, so he can hear me when I say, thank you, Dion, for warming everybody up, getting them ready for my games. I appreciate it. You did a great job. And thank you for letting us take over your channel. Feels great here. Fit like a glove. I love your community. I love seeing Isophane out there giving donations and gift subs and stuff. I get to imagine that he's mine. So shout out to Gold Squadron. Thank you guys for doing this and letting us stream to your channel. Here's the decloak.
It is appreciated.
Yeah, here's the decloak from Echo. Getting awful close to that gas cloud. You know, one thing I will say about this camera angle is it does make these things look a lot more dramatic.
Yeah, it does.
I clench a lot more.
It's like, where's it going to land?
Oh, it looks close. The foreshortening. Hey, things I learned in art school. Foreshortening.
You just applied it. There you go.
Yep.
Tuition worth
Hey,
it.
all those like $60,000 or however much I spent for college. Worth
It.
He's giving us a good look at that Echo paint job.
Yep.
And that dope coin out there. What is that coin? He's got the charge for passive, the evade for Stygium Array.
The force?
Oh, yep. You're absolutely right. Great skills of deduction.
Mm-hmm. It's purple and he has fifth brother.
You know what? Don't do that. Yes, I probably could have figured it out, but I prefer you to do it. There's the focus
that's
boost from the yellow Blue Squadron pilot. Hard one from blue.
Yeah, I think Soonter's going to have a field day with that yellow blue squad.
Ronnie. Trying to think, who is my favorite RZ2? I mean, Ronnie's pretty cool.
He's fun. I mean, I know you don't like ZZ, but
ZZ?
ZZ?
Only
ZZ
the
is
worst.
probably the best.
I want only the worst in the world for ZZ.
Yeah. Greer's really good.
Greer's cool. I did like Intimidation Zari,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't root for her in this game.
Oh man, Isophane dropping $250.
Ooh! Thank you, ISO.
Does it feel good to say thank you to Isophane?
It does. Look, I got Lou. Lou the Lunatic, you're the working man's Isophane, okay?
Oh,
Maybe you're not dropping $500 and all that stuff, but you're giving. You give a lot. He actually, he had an early donation to the CAC.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I'm clinching.
Will it fit?
Nope. Oh boy, and that means he's taking it again next turn.
Ugh.
Doesn't take the strain. Oh, nope. Is taking the strain. Finding the token. There it is.
He's got a
Kayla's
burlap
got it
sack
for him.
over there for those.
Let's have Marcel go over all of his storage solutions.
Yeah. There's an idea for the next GSP podcast. It's Marcel's Storage Solutions.
Storage Wars with Marcel Manzano.
It's all just plastic bags and variants of plastic bags.
That's what I figured.
Yep. So far, want to update. We've had $673 in donations since I issued my challenge. Again, we will GSP will match it. We're putting that coronavirus travel budget that never got used to work here up to $1,000. So the challenge has been issued.
Look at that.
All right, guys.
We're not even still over 50 minutes left in this game, and we're over halfway to the challenge.
I'm thinking about my travel budget and how much I could give, but my travel budget is enough money to buy a Cajun filet biscuit from Bojangles on my way to
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I've never had Bojangles. It's
Oh,
it's a restaurant I've seen.
Just hearing Dion say Bojangles, I mean, that made the whole thing worth it.
Great.
I've driven by Bojangles like in my travels and just been like, no, weird name, I'm out.
Yeah. No, next time there's a tournament down south here that you can actually travel to, we'll take you to Bojangles.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Oh no! It
Oh,
had to
no.
be the last game. Well, Death Rain, you can't view this game, unfortunately.
I can.
Yeah, you can
It's
watch it
on-
on the stream.
It's on the
It'll just be a
stream.
little
right?
behind.
Ah, okay. You'll be a little behind.
I see you've Turfanier. Turfanier's cool.
Turfner is cool. This is not snapshot. This is not full power level Turfner.
He doesn't need any upgrades.
All right. Stop flexing.
Turfiner needs nothing.
Oh, it's me, Death Rain. I won worlds with a naked Turfner, nothing else.
We can't go 3 minutes without you doing your stupid British accent.
160 point bid. It's me, Death Rain.
You know, I was going to come in here and I'd be like, you know what? This is a PG stream. This isn't like Hexile. This is GSP. This is like legit. Got to be pleasant. But you're just pushing it. I got to be honest.
I'm hovering over the kick button. It can happen.
That's why. Short, sharp sentences for me and nothing more.
Looks like a focus there on Sunterfell. Gonna auto thrusters. He takes the focus first. And then he's gonna auto thrusters barrel roll. Does he fit? The nubs though. Oh, they're saying the nubs are touching.
Oh.
Manual movements. That's so
Yeah.
weird.
Sorry, Marcel. This isn't the honeymoon. You can't rub nubs. Looking at a range 3.
Family
he's only got
channel,
running.
Scott. Family channel.
It was insinuated. These kids don't know. Okay. All right, send it down.
You see, Dion, I'm usually the rudest one here, and I just let that one slide straight by. I'm an angel now.
Knows Dion's listening in, and he's still just pushing the line.
I want. That's my kink. Dion telling me no. Back to the game.
Dion's
Two
going to kick
hits.
him from his own group chat.
He's gonna kick me out of my own Discord.
I am assuming direct control.
Yeah, I let the fox into the in house here. Did he take a damage on Ronnie? Oh boy, somebody's got to watch this game. All right.
In the game from that angle as well.
Yeah,
I'm not used to that.
it's doing things to me.
I'm reaching for the mouse trying to get the camera to move around.
We were talking about that earlier.
I think I lost the table audio. Where did that go?
Oh, looks like he took a direct hit on the Saber.
Ooh, okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Saber.
That was my favorite. Steven, are you still getting table audio?
Let me check.
All right, checking here. Looks like a range 2 from Tur. I don't think there's any reason to use Tur's ability here, but maybe.
If you can block something you don't want to move into.
Yeah, I guess you could, well, you could boost.
You can move to the left. Echo can decloak to where Tur was.
Oh, right, yeah. I think that's 2 shields off of Greer.
And he can also barrel roll back to get out of range of that pinky purple one, whatever that one is. Ronif. I hope that's Ronif. Those are some cool custom paint jobs.
Yeah, right? I really like those A-Wings. It also makes casting these games very easy. All right. Looking at a potential range 2. This is from Echo into Greer. Here's 3 hits. That may be a... I didn't see what Greer rolled. But Greer's a 4 anyway, so even if he's dead, he gets to shoot. Thinking about who to shoot here. Looking at Echo. Yep, here's 2 dice into Echo. One hit. Echo. 2 natty evades. I think Ronnie. Looking at a potential range 3 into Echo. Might be obstructed. Ooh, might be going into the unmodded. Oh, 2 blanks. Here's the heroic roll. And it looks like it's all paint. Ronnie, does he have anybody else's focus to spend? I don't think so.
Did Dion just mute himself in the chat?
Look, he's our supervisor.
He don't want to talk to you no more.
Oh,
He's
he's doing
for donation updates.
Yeah, he's doing plenty of work today, and yesterday.
I also have a 4-year-old running around trying not to disturb the stream.
Yeah, no problem. I think we got enough people in this room. We can almost make a full cast. So Ronnie lived? Okay. And back to dials. It looks like... Checking to see if there's any shields gone on Echo. I think there is one, yeah. Metal tokens, very cool. Not super easy to read.
No.
Is that charge tokens?
I think he's got metal shield tokens at the top of the board.
I had this
That's
metal
my
charge
fault. I
tokens, but
forgot to drop off when I dropped off the camera. The curled paw Chad tokens.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a white marker, I think, on the back of the token so that you can be pretty sure. But yeah, there's a guy at my local who likes to use the metal force points, and it's like I always have to ask him, is that spent or not? Like you tell me, because it's all one color.
Also not a fan.
I use the metal charge tokens, but when I spend them, I don't flip them. I just chuck them in a bag. Because like from the other side of the table, you can't see if that's been spent or not.
Yeah.
Update right now, we are at $868 donated of the 1,000 for the match.
Ooh, so close.
And we got about 40 minutes left.
40 minutes, $132. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Don't embarrass me. I'll be the laughing stock of the X-Wing community if we get this close and don't pass in 40 minutes.
Remember, ! donate in the Twitch chat.
Guys, if we don't pass $1,000, I'm making TA175 1 point. I'm making struts free, and I'm dropping the points on Trade Federation drones.
You know, part of being a playtester is you're not allowed to tell people you're a playtester.
I'm gonna let that one hang.
Crickets.
Am I? Am I a playtester? If I were a playtester, would I be able to affect points? I don't know. You
Yes.
decide.
You have the power.
Am I being serious? I don't know. Do you want to take that chance?
Slave
I don't
1
think so,
minus
chat.
10.
Also, I like that Dion, he manages his audience with compassion and care and love. I threaten my audience.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make me find a way to fix these points. Unfix these points.
Yin
Unbreak
versus
my
yang, baby.
heart.
Yin versus yang.
That's right. We're complimenting each other.
Always.
All right, dials down. Last few A-Wings. Look, Kayla's got more dials, all right? I think Marcel's trying to fast play. Slow
Pull
it
the
down.
judge.
Enjoy. What was that?
Let's call the judge over then. Penalty points for everyone.
Yeah, I can just hand those out whenever I want, right?
Yeah, you have the power. You have the power.
Unlimited power.
This is lightning bolt strikes the bat. Up, too much power.
All right, double checking these dials. Oh, Marcel's calling out beast mode. Uh-oh. We're in for something here. This man's got plans. What are we seeing here? So let's find out where the Blue Squadron recruits are. You got yellow and blue.
Someone in the chat saying heroic free for all factions. Hell yeah. I would love that. Flying 8 cent 95 for heroic.
Look, you had your time with Trick Shot. We had the auto include EPT for long enough. We're not going back to that.
Oh, that was 0 points. Oh, you remember that? Oh, that was good.
Trick Shot
times.
wasn't 0, it was 1.
Was it always a 1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
0 1. Oh, the one that bumps your initiative up 0 points.
Are you going back to 1.0?
I thought we were both doing that.
No, Trick
that-
Shot was 1 at the beginning of 2.0, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. Was it 3 in 1.0? You know what? It doesn't matter.
Don't take us
Let it
back
pass
there.
by.
We were having a good time, and then you had to come in here talking about first edition.
I know. I was watching the stream. I'm like, these guys are too well behaved. Maybe I should join in and just ruin everyone.
Are you just giving yourself an opening so that you can remind people about how you flew Death Rain in 1.0
No.
at the end?
Why would you keep bringing that up? You know, without it being-
Oh, whoops! Did I do that? All right, decloak from Echo. I think it's a bit of a flex to put your evade token down before you've completed the decloak, but okay,
Look,
Marcel.
I know.
All
I
right.
know it's gonna work. He knows.
I gotta jump in here. Bren Kinder just dropped 5 Benjamins right there. He just dropped
What?
5. We have crushed the $1,000 goal of matching. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. We did it, fam.
We did it.
We did it! Oh
Yeah,
boy,
way to go, fam. The fam and the Hexmen did it together.
We did it.
That's
It's
right.
amazing.
Together at last. 2 great tastes that go great together. We did it.
Yeah, you did it.
I don't get enough opportunities to use my air horn, but I did it. So, great things are afoot here.
Do I have to turn the volume down?
No, you should leave it up. Let your neighbors know. We're
I guess my
draining
flatmate on
Dion's.
his birthday.
we're-
That was a big mistake ever.
We're draining Dion's bank account for good cause.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is a flex, and I don't even understand it. What are these? What are these?
It's got those are the
Rear view
those are
mirror
those-
dice.
Yeah, those are the CAC fuzzy dice. I think we.
Oh, were
we
those
gave-
from CAC?
Yeah, we gave those out last year.
I remember. That may have been the day that I stayed up a full 24 hours. Maybe.
It's very possible.
I may have started driving at 5 a.m. to get
Yeah.
to you, or woke up at 5 and then got back at like 6 the next
That
day.
was probably
Oof.
that was probably the regional. Or the
Oh,
hyper
okay.
regional. Yeah.
Don't do that, guys. It's a bad idea. Ooh.
And it is finished. It is done.
It is done.
Woo.
So
Feels good.
total right now from just from people hitting that exclamation point donate or hitting the link below on Twitch or on YouTube, we've gotten $21,111.16 so far. Absolutely amazing.
Excellent.
We're doing great. And by the way, I didn't tell Chad that I was doing that, so it was a little bit of a surprise for him for
Aw.
when maybe he reviews it all. I just gotta make sure we do a couple things to keep his energy up because
Yeah, I was gonna say,
he's
I think this is
killing
the
it.
thing that's gonna keep him awake until
Yeah.
the final
needs-
hours here.
He needs an adrenaline rush right now.
Yeah.
That's right. We see you,
thank you.
Chad. You guys can't see him, but we can see him. We see you.
I feel him. His presence is all around me, surrounding me, binding me. I think I need a pill for that. All right, 36 minutes left. This is like the first time I feel like I've looked at the clock and there's not been 14 minutes left. So I do get to relish and enjoy this physical X-Wing, IRL. Look at all the shiny bits.
It's all real.
Where's Tur going? That's all I want to know. I'm excited.
Death Rain with the Tur checkup.
Yep.
Ooh, 2 forward. 30 minutes left, and I've finally figured out Marcel has player 1.
There you go.
Because Tur's moving before Greer. Now, Greer doesn't have a 1 forward, so Greer's going past you. One hard turn from Echo.
Yeah,
Ooh,
gonna catch.
hard 1 out of Greer. Oh, nice. Look at that, the side to side. I saw that first on GSP. Greer using the ability to rotate the arc. Greer, one of those ships whose ability I will almost always forget, and I'll say, how did he get to do 3 actions? But no, I think I've learned.
I think Greer's the only A-wing I've ever used.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, for
Greer's
the-
very good.
Uh-oh, I think Marcel's writing help. He needs an adult.
You won't find
F
one here.
for Marcel. Okay, F's in the chat for Marcel.
F's in the
Is
chat.
that a tax return? Has he defaced that mail? Maybe. That looks important. We're definitely not going to glean any information from that document. Has taken a focus, thinking about the boost. There it is.
Tur shoots first, doesn't he?
Yes, because he moved first. So if
he-
Tur
he's
gets a
still
shot,
there,
he
he
could
can
do a auto thruster barrel roll boost.
Not anymore.
boost
Keeping the
barrel.
distance.
Looking for... Is this easy? Yes. Boost might get her out of that arc. Yep. Focus
That's a little
boost.
tight. Now Ter's just stuck there.
Come on, guys.
What was that?
All right, everybody. I got to step away. Got some adulting I need to do over here. But
Gross.
I'm going to keep the stream on, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you, everybody, for participating in that donation challenge.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dion.
Dion.
Thank you, Dion.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, Soonter. Is that a bump? Yep. All right. Get out the train tracks. Toot toot. I gotta get my train whistle on the
Yeah.
soundboard.
Your whole soundboard is designed around online play.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I do a pretty mean train.
Yeah.
So Soonterfell bumps, but is going to get a focus from his bullseye, it sounds like.
That is always my favorite trick with Soonter.
The bump and get a focus.
Oh, yeah, the bump and bullseye. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're like almost Gurry.
Yep. And every once in a while, it doesn't work out, and you somehow are in a weird angle where you don't get that bullseye.
Yeah. Ultimate feels bad.
Yeah.
All right, Soonterfell's going to shoot first, probably range 1 into Ronnie. Oh, nope, going to shoot into ZZ.
Guessing he's got the bullseye on ZZ, so he can use the crack shot.
Oh, he's using a dice to decide who he's going to shoot.
Ah.
What is this man?
Oh. Yes. Good strategy. I like it.
So he shoots ZZ. We got 2. 2 blanks. Has to spend it and take 1. Uses the ability, gets 1 back. Oh, man. What a flex. I think I've said flex enough times on this stream that I got to come up with a flex gif.
Yeah.
Send your suggestions to me. Send me some flex gifs.
FlexFL.
Ooh. Didn't the XFL come back?
Yeah, and then it immediately died due to coronavirus.
Oh. Really?
Like they were like halfway through the season and it got canceled, and then they canceled the league.
Here's a range 1 shot. All paint. ZZ. Taken 1. That's half points on ZZ. I'm glad Maui's not here to listen to me relish bad things happening to ZZ Tilo.
So gonna make a run for it.
Oh, yeah, he did have a shot, didn't he? He's not using his ability.
I mean, because, yeah, you could have barreled left and boosted, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
missed
that
opportunity there. He's, yeah, F for Marcel. F for Turfiner. He F'd
Sad
up.
face. Language.
More F's there.
I'm trying to dance around it.
It's hard, I know. I feel your
Hit
pain.
crit. Oh, Tur! Oh, Tur! Two evades, only takes the crit. Come on, stun pilot, baby. Hit him with the pillow. Blinded pilot? Yep, he's saying it. He says he forgot his ability. Oh, no. Now he's realizing it. As he deals the damage, he had the opportunity to get out. Oh, with the pull. Yeah, he's explaining the ability right now. Oh, Sorry. Yeah, he's going to live with his mistakes. And when Tur shoots next time and is unable to spin the focus, he's going to hang his head low and realize it's because of this missed opportunity.
Yeah. Missed opportunities.
Looks like 2 hits because she is not changing any of those results. Plenty of evades.
Your gift for the missed opportunity is going to be a missed hunter.
Hold on now. I don't want the missed hunter associated with bad things, okay? Losers. For champions. For winners.
I'm a winner.
Hold on. Is that your impression of me?
No. I've never done an impression of you.
Until
Can't
now.
be true. And don't say something like, because you respect me too much. It wouldn't hurt if you did, though. All right. Missed opportunity there, Death Rain.
Wow.
Is that me? That's close.
I haven't got the energy to do it properly.
I think it's universal. All right. What's happening this turn? What are we at points-wise? 37 to 63. He's got half points on a couple of these A-Wings, but hasn't been able to take one of them off the board yet. But honestly, getting 2 shields off is easy. That.
Yeah.
And it's not like he strategized that, right? He rolled a dice to see if he would attack ZZ or Ronnie. Or maybe he knew the whole time.
I like that story. Gonna have to bring like a wheel that you spin. You go, who am I going to target next? Spin the wheel. Goblins.
All right. Somehow we don't have any stressed interceptors, right? Oh, yeah, because there was a bump from Sunterfell. Just a focus, I think, from Tur last turn.
Mm-hmm.
There was literally a second there where I looked at those 2 interceptors and I said, where's the other Imperial ship? It's Echo. It wasn't blending in, but for some reason I couldn't see it. I had Echo blindness.
Oh, 2 strokes, though.
Yeah, this is where it gets really tough with these A-Wings because they can just lay that rear arc on you.
Exactly. Turning around is worse for these interceptors than it is for the A-Wings.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of droids, where you move into a droid swarm, you pop 1 or 2, and then you realize you've done almost no damage. I mean, you've got almost no points, and you've got like 15 minutes left in the game, and half of your list is gone. With the A-Wings, you have a good first engagement, then they get past you and the real game starts.
Yeah.
So we've got the yellow blue squadron pilot at the top of the board. Probably see it too hard. Get back into the fight. I would think. Well, you got your arc pointing backwards. 2 bank away just feels too far.
Yeah. I think I would maybe take Echo, decloak down to the left and backwards.
Yep.
So he can just kind of hard turn back in.
Okay. And Marcel does move first, so if you decloak left, rolls it forward, he might fit. Oh yeah, easy. Look at all that room. Never doubted it. Stygium Array evade. Hard 2, yep, is coming back in. Gonna boost rotate this blue squadron pilot. Sounds like a from blue.
Yeah.
Move right past Sunterfell. Already has that arc facing. It feels relatively safe out here. Echo. Ooh, goes for the lock. And look at the cute panda bear target lock. That is a bit of a flex, though. That says, I don't think you're going to shoot me. I feel safe taking this lock.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also don't think that I'm going to shoot you.
that's a door. I want one then. I want some red panda target locks.
Ooh. All right, I'll put that up in the old Hexiled merch store. We'll get animal-based target locks. I want my pangolin. We'll get some gators for Steven.
Yeah.
In order to celebrating Florida man.
Celebrating Florida and its gators. We took
We got
one
him
from
here
Chicago.
too.
Do some seals as well.
All right, we got 20 minutes to name all of our favorite animals. Let's go. Armadillos, please.
Man, those things are ugly.
Yeah.
I think that was it for me. Seals.
Oh
pandas.
boy, we're gonna need to fill this out a little bit more.
Okay.
So on the board right now, we have my favorite prize support and my least favorite. My least favorite being that focus that he just put on Turfiner.
Oh, the oval focuses.
Yeah, I don't like the design. I don't really like the color. But the focus that he just put on, that they put on the A-wing, there's something that just looks like fluorescent. It looks like it's always under blacklight. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
And as hip as I am about the tokens I use, I would, not on stream, I would never let people see me do it, but like casual game at the local store, yeah, I'd break them out.
I like the Chad tokens that people use on stream.
Oh yeah,
That focus token is the size of like a large base.
I don't really like the square evades either.
No, I didn't like it when they kind of went too far outside the box in the shapes.
Yeah, I think square just feels homebrew. ZZ moves up, takes a focus. Gonna try and get in the way of Sunterfell, who did a one hard turn. Choo choo.
Or I know what you can do. You can take a bunch of these Lego Star Wars figurines, melt them down, and then stamp out some focus tokens with that stuff.
What? I'm gonna melt Legos to make tokens?
Yeah.
Something about this feels like we're in the Civil War, and I'm like melting down all my silverware to make bullets. I don't need to do that. I can just buy acrylic and print on it.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Now I want to do it Death Rain's way. There's a Patreon video.
If
Lego
I was
melting coming up.
I mean, the chances of it ever happening are slim. But if I was ever win a tournament that had some kind of trophy at the end, some plastic type square thing, I would melt that down into focus tokens.
Okay. Hit crit natties.
A little souvenirs.
Shield down. I think that was Ronnie. Range 2 obstructed. ZZ out the back into Tur. Tur's got to focus. Oh, checking for Echo, but spins it. I think it's hit crit. Oh, this was into Echo. Huh. Maybe that was long distance into... No, it was the gas cloud, so... I don't know. It didn't go through. Passive sensors. Going to move the lock on Echo over to Ronnie. We're going to have a 4 dice shot from Echo. That 5th Brother Force Point and a target lock. It looks like it's all paint. Yeah, that's 3 hits and a crit. Blank, blank focus. Oh, this is...
That a dead Ronnie?
Yeah, spent ZZ's focus. Still didn't save him. Bye, Ronnie. Oh, no! This is the one! That's the Tur shot. The focuses. And he's going to hang his head low because he got that blinded pilot. Was unable to use his... Or didn't use his ability. Forgot about it. Now, he doesn't have to hit to use his ability, right?
No,
Pull it up real quick. After you perform an attack. Yeah, so it doesn't have to hit. He's going to use his ability. But see, these missed opportunities, these times where you're looking at that crit, you probably took it because you forgot that ability. Those things stick with you. These are foundational memories. Marcel's going to remember that, and anytime he flies Tur, he's going to be like, you know what? Every attack, spins the focus on Greer. Doesn't look like anything goes through. It does have the target lock. Didn't think she'd be shooting into Sunter, I think. Oh, focus, focus into blank focus. 1 evade. Nope. Rolled too many dice the first time. Still gets the single evade. Yeah. And Kaylee's... She's... lamenting that target lock. I assumed the same thing. I thought Sunter fell for later.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
One
pretty
hit.
aggressive with that hard one.
Spins the focus. You know what? Maybe Tur... Maybe he's happy that he wasn't able to spin that focus on attack. Had it for defense. Did get to see that that barrel roll. Using his ability. Recloak on Echo.
He has the dice in a bag, which is interesting. I think you should let them breathe.
Wait. What do you think about... maybe you gotta saturate him a little bit.
No.
Nope. We're not gonna cross that line. That's, you know what? That's an inside joke for all the Hexmen out there. They know what's happening. They know what you need to do to the dice if you want them to respect you. But we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're going to move on. Marcel, you do whatever you want with those dice. It looks like it's working out. 102 to 37. 13 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Kayla just hasn't been able to push enough damage, and it's the Imperials are starting to ramp up.
I definitely did not see that coming. I thought these A-Wings were going to move past the Interceptors, blow them up from behind, but that is not what has happened here. That's not what's transpired. I think we've seen a lot of shots into Echo, which seem misguided.
Yeah.
I mean, endgame. What would you rather have to deal with?
I mean, I guess if you have multiple shots into Echo, maybe, but I think ZZ took a shot. I'm actually not sure where ZZ shot. Should have shot Tur, I think.
Oh,
I'm not sure if
yeah,
she did.
that was. I'm pretty sure that was at Echo because I think there was. They flipped one for the gas cloud.
Yeah. Hard turn. Focus, rotate. Thinking about the focus, maybe just goes for a boost.
Yeah, I think you should. Fecker's going to one hard on you. I can't even tell how much space is between those. I'm so used to TTS now that when I go back to real life, I will be standing on the table looking down with a
I'm gonna bring a
magnifying.
step ladder. I'm gonna bring stilts.
Still to work.
Yeah. Is that considered like an outside tool?
I mean, as long as the
Um,
other guy knows you're wearing stilts, like it's open information, right?
Uh-oh. Let's let them know we lost the video for now. A little bit of drama for the end game. Hey guys, looks like we lost the camera again. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, Isophane. I don't have a channel.
I mean, hey, you
I
did
just squat in other people's channels. Like,
you did drop a new blog this morning. I didn't get all the way through it. My bowel movement didn't last that long, unfortunately.
I was so tempted just to write Hexhard Gaming at the bottom because I know you'd come in and Control F and try and find your name.
Exactly. I just I speed read through your articles until I see my name, and then I post a comment.
I'm quite happy with that one because it's short. I like the short articles because honestly, like I'll go through blogs and if it's like pages and pages, like I'm not reading this. I ain't got time. Like you say, bowel movements and all that.
you should just put Hexiled in the tags or just like hide it in there just so that it'll show up when Scott Googles himself.
Yeah, actually, start each sentence. The first letter will be a letter in Hexiled. Put some code in there. Make me work for it. We got a bump from Echo.
Work for your stalkerish behavior.
There's the hard turn from Greer. What do we think ZZ's doing? Because if she turned, she's going to bump into the back of Echo probably, which is exactly what Marcel wants. But maybe she goes the other direction. Or goes straight. Let's name all the maneuvers she could do. Here's a boost. Just trying to get out of there with Greer, it looks like. Oh, does get the block with Echo. Echo bumps, but also causes a bump. Was it planned? Who's to say?
There's definitely a chain bump that they have created there.
Yeah. Here's a hard one from Sunterfell. Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking she should have boosted up because Echo's one hard was coming. But I think based on the space, she just went, you know what? Yeah, Echo can bump. You can just sit there, do nothing.
Yep. Hold on to those points. Echo's at 66. That is the most expensive ship Marcel has. And now nothing can shoot it. 8 minutes left.
looks like Sunjer is going to get a range 1 bullseye shot on this blue squadron.
Yeah, that is the blue.
Which is
Thinking
still
about
full.
Trying to kill ZZ here.
Yeah, might be worth it. The crack shot's nice to have. I don't know if he I don't know if he used the crack shot already.
I think he's saying he's used. Oh boy, they're figuring out where the crack shots are. Who spent them? I'm sad that I missed the crack shots. Some of them have happened.
I'm betting that Marcel is going to lose this argument.
Here's 4 dice into blue. Spends the focus. And he is spending crack shot. I think Tur's still got his crack. All right, range 1, 4 dice. 2 hits. Didn't get any focus results. 2 paint. And he is saying you might as well spend it because Turfiner is about to boost and barrel roll and get out of arc.
Yeah.
Or keep it and force them to. 4D chess players. Got him.
Yep. Oh man, Turfiner. OP.
Hey, Grit, we made the big
Is
time.
she waving the flag?
Oh god. Oh no. All right, she throws in the
she's
towel.
done.
Yep.
GG's.
Ooh, look at the
GG.
white flag. I think more of us should bring a white flag to an X-Wing event.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's spend more time erecting this flag. That's what really matters here. Come on, get it in there. Somebody folded that flag before the match started. This
You
feels
have to
planned.
prepare for all available outcomes.
Well, one of them was going to surrender.
Oh, that's the bill. That's the F for Marcel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's that's like the stream calling shots on stream always results in the opposite. If you say F for Marcel, he's guaranteed to win. All right. Well, thank you to Marcel and Kayla for the match. That was awesome. I was so glad to watch this physical X-Wing, all 3 games, and this one was great as well. Thank you to Steven and Dion and Deathrain. Did I miss anybody? Did anybody else come through here? I think I got them all. Maui was in here earlier. I already thanked him. He doesn't get any more thanks.
Okay.
Wow.
He's got an ego problem. We don't need to feed that anymore. All right, and thank you all for matching those donations, for coming up on Dion's challenge. That's it for me. That's it for us. So I'm going to hand it back to Chad.
Thank you very much, Scott. We appreciate you doing those. We appreciate you doing the calling for those games. Yeah, so we do have prize giveaways. We will be giving away 2 coins. We will give away a Plo Koon as normal for every round. We do have that lit up LED Millennium Falcon, and we also have that set of fuzzy dice that was promised that will be meant for just the donors during that round, donated by Marcel. So the coin we have, 1 coin will go to Mason Northrop, a 2nd coin will go to Richard Thompson II, Plo Koon this round will go to Michael Eddy. The Light Up Millennium Falcon will go to Jonathan Gores. And the Fuzzy Dice will go to Jordan Hoffer. Congratulations, everybody. The new prize for this next segment, along with the coins and the Plo Koon, was not this. This is the Mandalorian bundle is what we're doing next. So we'll do a Mandalorian bundle, which is a Black Series Boba Fett helmet, the Funko Pop Target exclusive Mandalorian, throwing the flames. We've got another Funko Pop Mandalorian, a Lego AT-ST. So this that is a prize package worth about $185. So please get your $10 in during this segment. We will be heading off to listen to the developer of X-Wing, Jay Little. Jay spent another segment with us talking about game development in general. So looking forward to what he has to say. And so let's go. Let's take a look and see what he says. Well, welcome back to our second round with Mr. Jay Little, the developer of X-Wing and an instigator for the community that we're all a part of. Mr. Jay, welcome back.
Thank you very much. I love instigator. It makes me sound like a rabble rouser.
Who's to say you aren't?
Yeah, touche.
So
Thanks for
in our
having me
previous session, you're welcome. Thanks for coming back. So in our previous session, we talked about how you were an instrumental part of bringing about X-Wing in general, how you got to work on the IP and bring the game to life in the way that we see and love it, at least in the first edition of what we have now. But that's not something that one just comes in off the street and does. There has to be some sort of background that led you to being an X-Wing developer. Can you tell us what led you there?
Yeah, as with most game designers that I know, my first foray into the game industry was through Dungeons and Dragons. I still remember playing D&D for the first time when I was 8 years old, and my older brother was a GM, and that first adventure was just magical, and it fostered a love of role-playing, which in turn fostered a love of reading and exploration and learning more about medieval times and about all these other topics that otherwise I wouldn't be interested in. And I was fortunate that my family was a family of gamers too. So we'd play Monopoly and Risk, but also a lot of word games like Scrabble and Boggle. So I grew up in an environment that encouraged and fostered creativity and expression and critical thinking. And all of those things are perfect skills, the perfect storm, if you will, for becoming a gamer and having aspirations as a game designer as young as grade school. And it wasn't until college that I got my first chance to actually publish my own game, or at least I designed a game that I was able to pitch when I went to Gen Con, one of the largest conventions in the gaming industry. I used to live about a 20-minute drive from there. So I went to Gen Con all the time when it was in Milwaukee, because I lived in Racine County there. And I'd go and I'd pitch games to companies there, and I'd run events there. And eventually I was able to sell one of my first games, Clay Wars, to this company called Escape Ventures. It was about creating creatures out of modeling clay and having them fight each other. And if I chopped your arm off, I would like literally take it and stick it onto my character, and now he'd have that weapon. And it was just this silly game, but it showed me that I didn't have to be afraid to ask questions. I didn't know much. I was still a teenager at the time. So I'd ask questions of people in the industry, like, how did you get started? Or how do you do this? How do you do that? And I was really fortunate that so many wonderful people took the time to share their experience with me. And then that led also, so parallel to my love of games is my love of sports. I absolutely love sports, especially football, hockey, and baseball. So when we moved to St. Louis, and they've got the St. Louis Cardinals and the Blues hockey team, and it was the time of the greatest show on turf when they won the Super Bowl with the Rams there. I was actually working at a place called the Sporting News, which is the country's longest running sports magazine. And they found out that I was a gamer, and they say, we've got this game, we've been approached by this company, Stratomatic, who designed this old classic baseball game that they want to convert to an online game. Why don't you do that for us? I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Marry my two favorite hobbies. And then later I found out that WizKids, who had been designing Mage Knight and Mech Warrior and all these other games, they had a job posting. They were looking for somebody who knew games and baseball to help them design a new baseball clicky game in the industry. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is me. So I ended up getting hired full-time by WizKids, and I was able to work from home in St. Louis and fly out to Seattle a couple times a year and work on this game, this licensed Major League Baseball product that combined my love of the stats and the crunch and the strategy of sports with the critical thinking and the strategy of gaming. And that's probably where I learned the most about what was coming with the industry. I started to meet more people inside the industry, like publishers and the CEOs of companies when we'd go to conventions. I met a lot of amazing people there. But then when I left WizKids, there was a long drought before I got another full-time gig. So that's when I started to look at freelancing. And that's when I realized that the two biggest types of game design are you either are working full-time for a publisher in which they are telling you what to design, they are giving you an assignment to fulfill, or you're working as a freelancer where you can either pursue your own game ideas like a lot of people out there have and want to do, or you make an arrangement with a particular publisher to work with them short-term on a particular project. So I might work with a company specifically on a role-playing game, and then when that game is developed, I might not work with that company again for years. And so I worked freelance for quite a long time, especially doing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons modules during 3rd edition, until Fantasy Flight hired, and we kind of talked about that when we were talking about X-Wing. Fantasy Flight was my next full-time gig in the industry. So I had a good 8-9 years where I was doing a full-time job during the day, and then I was pursuing freelance gigs on the night and weekends. And it really, really opened my eyes to just how hard people work in this industry because they love it and they want their game to see light.
These days, with X-Wing being behind you and part of that, and having finished that design process, you have been working in the game design by teaching students, and then still working freelance, I assume?
Yeah, that's correct. So my day job is I teach game design and board game production at UW Stout in Menominee, Wisconsin. But then I also pursue a lot of freelance work, either working with clients to work on their game ideas or working on my own ideas and then pitching it to a client. And I think probably a lot of people out there have their own ideas and want to pursue one of those avenues as well. And what I tell my students is I think that there are really 3 main reasons why people want to get their game out there, 3 motivations. And that first motivation I call the Pinocchio principle. They want to take their game idea and make it a real book. They want it to be a real thing and get it from that stage where they're playing it in their basement or they're playing it with their friends and actually make it look like a polished product that's ready for the industry. And with all of the resources out there right now and opportunities like Kickstarter, that is absolutely achievable by anybody out there with a dream of game design. The next step would be getting a game to market. It's a little bit more challenging because you're trying to get it to a point where people can pick it up at a store, where they might be able to go online and order it. And that requires a little bit more research and work on the part of the prospective designer, but it's still absolutely achievable in this day and age. And the third motivation is to strike it rich like Exploding Kittens did. And I tell people, why don't you stick with 1 or 2? Because I'm still trying to figure out number 3. And it's funny, Exploding Kittens, that was one of the biggest Kickstarters ever in the games field. And when Exploding Kittens came out, I got contacted by so many people who wanted me to design the next Exploding Kittens. I'm like, it can't be done. It was a cultural phenomenon. And unless you've got like this $3 million brand behind you like the oatmeal does, you're just not going to get it done. But you can definitely make your boy a real thing and make your idea happen. And then if you really want to push yourself and you're okay with asking people for help and getting told no sometimes, you can get your game to the marketplace. There's a lot of great information out there on the internet and a lot of great conventions that you can attend to help support those dreams.
So like you said, many of us have these these ideas rattling around in our brains. We go to conventions, we see things, we play games, and we experience things. And in our head, we think, I could do something like this, I could make something like that. And we really start to noodle that around. How do we know, or how do we go about finding out if that's even a viable idea?
So the first thing that I encourage people to do is actually to write a mission statement for your game. Just like a business plan would, go ahead and write a mission statement. And that mission statement should answer 3 questions about your game, because it's what every player is going to want to know and what every prospective publisher is going to want to know about your game. And that's who you are, what you do, and how you win. And if you can explain your game succinctly and accurately by answering those questions, who are you, what do you do, and how you win, you're going to be able to not only stay on track yourself, but also very easily share your idea with other people to get them excited about it. So you could talk about a game that is about taking colored pieces of paper and exchanging them for other colored pieces of paper and moving a metal piece around a board by rolling some cubes. Or you could talk about being a real estate mogul, buying and selling properties and investing in them with houses and hotels, trying to bankrupt your opponents. And you've created a narrative. They both describe the same game, but the second one actually lets you visualize and understand the game Monopoly. So the same thing can happen with your game idea. Think about writing this mission statement. And then as you're developing your game, when you get to a crossroads and go, wow, I've got this idea, should I keep working on this idea or not? You can go back and say, does this get me closer to fulfilling my mission statement, who you are, what you do, how you win? And if it does, great, keep working on that idea. If it doesn't, you either have to go back and revisit your mission statement or maybe decide to table that idea and come back to it later. I think that's really important because it helps people focus, because one of the things that can be really intimidating is when you're designing a game on your own, everything is an option. And it can be overwhelming when out of all of the things in the world, you're just trying to work with a few of them and put them together into a game. The second thing that I would really encourage people to do is to start prototyping your idea as quickly as possible. Prototyping is a key not only in video games, but definitely in tabletop board gaming. And by prototyping, I mean creating what's called a proof of concept. Get whatever you need, index cards, scavenge pieces from other board games, a whiteboard and some dry erase markers, whatever it is that you can find and put together the least amount you need to be able to showcase your game idea, whether it's a key mechanic or whether it's a particular interaction like bidding or push your luck. But come up with this proof of concept that you can show someone else and say, hey, this is what I mean by who you are, what you do, how you win. Can you see where I'm headed with this idea? And then by going back and forth and either integrating or ignoring feedback, you're going to shape that proof of concept more and more until you get this product that you're more comfortable showing to more and more people. And it keeps on getting refined as you go. But I can't stress enough to people the importance, I think, of creating a prototype. I mean, as long as it's still kicking around in your head, I'm not sure if you really feel like a designer. Once you get something down on paper, once you're moving things around on a board, once you're starting to roll dice, you're designing a game. And once you put that in front of somebody else and have them play through your experience, man, now you're a bona fide game designer.
So at an early stage like that, so in your designing and your prototyping, where do you see people going wrong? And what do you see people doing really right in those stages?
I think the main thing that people go wrong is that they're timid and they're scared of making change or trying things, wondering if it's too big an idea or if it's not worth pursuing. But it's your game. You know your idea better than anybody else. And unless you put it in your game, unless you put it in the cards or the rules or the mechanics, other people aren't going to be able to see your vision. I also tell people when you're playtesting, if you make a bunch of small changes at the same time, then you're never going to be able to tell during a playtest which small change had the outcome or which small change actually created a difference in your game. Rather, I encourage people to make fewer changes that are higher magnitude changes. So like if I had a couple things in my game that were each worth 5 points for victory, and at the end of the game, whoever had the most victory points won, if I have all of them stay 5 points, but then I make one of them worth 25 points, I'll be able to find out really, really quickly if that thing that is now 25 points wrecked the game, or if that wasn't one of the things that was creating a problem, right? So if you make too many changes at once, it's hard to see what change led to which outcome. If you make fewer changes that are higher magnitude, it's a lot easier to see which change made the effect that you were looking for. But I also think that a lot of people are capable of more than what they give themselves credit for. There are great resources online like BoardGameGeek.com to be able to find communities of people who are also going through this and want to design games. Another thing that I think people should really take advantage of, there are these amazing conventions across the country and around the world that you can go to for gaming, but there are also a series of game conventions that are specifically about showing off your prototypes. And those are called proto-spiels or unpub, depending on where you are in the country. And basically you take your prototype and you play test it all weekend with other designers and playtesters. And you get phenomenal feedback from other people who are just as interested and excited about designing a game as you are.
So how often, these aren't conventions that I've been familiar with. How many of these are there around? How often do they pop up?
So like if you went online and Googled for prototype or playtesting conventions in my area, you might get a number of results. I'm here in the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and there are 2 Protospiel events for playtesting, one in the spring, one in the fall, that are each within an hour of me. And then there's another one later on in the year in Madison, which is about a 5-hour drive for me. But if I consider a 3-hour, 4-hour radius from my home, there are probably 20 to 30 conventions for gaming that might be small and only 50 to 100 people, or some of them are much larger and are thousands of people, that each focus on different areas of pop culture. And for a lot of pop culture nowadays, that includes gaming. So, you know, explore what's in your neck of the woods. I'd be really surprised, unless people are really living isolated, that there wouldn't be some conventions that they could reach out to. You know, another great resource that I encourage people to look at is this fantastic workshop kit called the White Box, published by Atlas Games. It's this box that comes filled to the brim with all of these components. So some cardboard punch out, dice, tokens, meeples, some cubes of different sizes and colors. Comes with a whole bunch of prototyping materials, so you have your own personal prototype lab with you. And then it also comes with a book of essays written by people across the industry talking about different aspects, from marketing your game to being able to use crowdfunding to how do you play test successfully, taking a look at different types of mechanics in your games. And it retails for under $40. The White Box by Atlas Games. I think it's a fantastic resource that really covers a broad spectrum. So whether you're a novice gamer just starting out with your idea, or if you've been working on your idea for a while, but you feel like you've hit a roadblock or you're struggling with the next step, I think there are a lot of great resources and a lot of insight in that product to be able to get. There are also a lot of great social media. There are a number of Facebook groups specifically about board game design that it's just a whole bunch of people there talking about and sharing their ideas for their games with others. Like, what do you think about this mechanic? Or what do you think makes sense, drafting cards or dealing cards? So there's a community out there for you to find and share your passion of game design.
So somebody's gone through they've created their mission statement, they've done their prototyping, they've done some testing. What comes after that? If I'm to the point that I feel like I've really tested this, I feel like I've got a solid concept, where do I go from there?
I think if you're going to present this to another publisher, you're going to want to take the next level and try to polish your game visually as much as possible. So if you're gifted and have skills with things like Photoshop and InDesign, and you think that you could lay your game out and make it look nice, you can use services. The one that I use, thegamecrafter.com, I use them for all of my prototypes and all of my own personal copies. I basically lay files out in InDesign, and I upload them to thegamecrafter.com, and they're an on-demand printer. So I can print one copy of my game, or I can print 100 copies of my game, and I can take those to conventions to show to a prospective publisher. I can send those out to reviewers and ask them to review my game. And I know that it's going to look like a pro-printed industry quality product. But you don't need something that looks like it's ready to come off a store shelf to be able to share your idea with other people. I'd just say that you want to make your game look as neat and legible as possible. So some level of formatting, even if it's Microsoft Word or Pages or, a Google Doc, but being able to lay things out so they're nice and readable. If your game uses cards, cut cards out and put them in sleeves so that it feels as much like having cards in your game as possible. Have a board or other components presented nicely and neatly, even if they're drawn by hand. I have seen a number of fantastic designers in this industry share their ideas on index cards and on whiteboards and other things like that. Because they've got a little bit more of a reputation, they can get away with a cruder proxy. But if you make yours look as nice as possible and you've got a really, really good engaging hook, that elevator speech that you can tell them that's about who you are, what you do, and how you win, I think that a lot of people are more open-minded now. The other thing you could do is if you've got a camera, and today with phones, everybody's got a camera on them, videotape yourself playing and explaining your game and put it up on YouTube and share that link with friends and go online and find publishers who are looking for game ideas. There are thousands of publishers out there, and at any given time, a number of them are actively seeking new game ideas. And you can share your video with them that's going to let you market your own game to them, explain the game, show the game to them, play the game to them, and they will have a really, really good sense of whether or not that game fits their portfolio and they want to pursue that. I've seen a number of people who've had success with that route. And then I guess the final thing is if you feel confident in your ability to manage time and resources, you can do a lot of research and then you can crowdfund your own game using a platform like Kickstarter. Gaming is one of the largest categories on all of Kickstarter. And when they fund, they tend to fund very, very well. And the ones that fail tend to fail because a lot of those campaigns didn't do enough research to make sure that they were engaged with the community, kept them up to date, and let them know how awesome their game was. But if you've got the willpower to be able to stick with a campaign over the duration, and you've got a really good game idea, there are people out there that want to support you and want to help you get your game to become a real boy.
So what have you, I guess, being in the game industry, you, as we talked before, helped develop X-Wing. What other games have you seen come to fruition, be successful, that surprised you, that went through this process, and that's very interesting?
Wow, that's really tough to say because there are so many games. In 2019, approximately 7,000 new individual stock units came out between games, expansions, and accessories. So every year there are thousands and thousands of new games and expansions that come out to have to sift through. Some of those come out through Kickstarter, some of those are self-published, some of those come out through major publishers and major chains. So it's really hard to keep up with a lot of them, but every once in a while there's a game that surprises me, like Exploding Kittens, which I mentioned before, was a runaway gangbuster success. And it amazed me because it's less game and more social experience. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, wow, they really leaned into their strength, which was the fun, laid back, casual approach of let's sit around and play a game while we're talking and chatting and catching up with our friends. We're going to laugh. We're not going to spend that much time on it. We're not agonizing over strategy and tactics. We're just going to focus on chilling, relaxing, and having a good time with my buddies. And so every once in a while, a game will come out like that surprises me, and I have to kind of do a double take and think about, wait, this game is successful for a reason. And the fact that I didn't see that reason initially tells me that there's more going on than I first thought. Maybe I need to step back and take a a broader look at this and see why it became popular, why it was successful, what is it that's clicking with people and they want to be involved and support it. Yeah, it's really tough to say. Plus, I mean, I've seen so many games come out from my friends that are in the industry that I tend to tilt that way a little bit more, but I also do follow Kickstarter a lot. And I've had a lot of really, really cool games coming off through Kickstarter. And I just had one of my own games that finally fulfilled through Kickstarter and got released earlier this year about the 30 Years War. So I was really excited about that. So I really think with everybody's tastes being different, you might like Euro games, you might like strategy games, you might like card games, games with a lot of luck, games that are more tactical. Wow, there's a game out there for everybody. So it's really, really tough to just narrow it down to a handful that I think really stuck out or surprised me.
Would you say that there are any specific keys to success in developing a good, long-running, successful game? Something that's going to appeal to as many people as it can?
You know, that's a catch-22 because one of the ways that you can obviously create a successful game is by having a built-in audience, and that's exactly what licenses and intellectual properties allow you to do. While I'm really happy with how X-Wing turned out, if it wasn't for the Star Wars brand, I don't think people would have invested time and money up front to learn what a deep system it was. Now, the great thing about an intellectual property is they've got a fan base that wants to support them. The downside is intellectual properties usually only go out to established publishers who have a track record of being able to deliver, because that property owner wants to make money. And so, you know, it's really difficult because that's one way to achieve success, is to be able to latch onto something that's already successful. Otherwise, I think another way that people can be successful is hard work, sweat, and determination. Ask people questions, find out more about the industry. If you're not sure how to do something, ask, send a polite email. If they've got a contact section of their website, if there's a particular designer that you like and they're on Facebook, maybe start to follow their Facebook and see what kind of information that they're providing and learn through that. Some people like Jamie Stegmeyer from Stonemeyer Games keeps a blog, and he gives some of the most amazing industry information so that people can follow their dreams and make their game come true. He gives information about what the costs are, how to work with a manufacturer or a publisher, how to self-publish your game. And he really walks people through a lot of this information. So I think a lot of becoming a success has to do with the drive and determination of the designer, but there's also a great big unknown because you can't plan to catch lightning in a bottle. A success story that I've seen recently is a game, Marrying Mr. Darcy, which, you know, is a great game about trying to get married in Victorian England. It's kind of a silly premise, but it's very niche. It has a very specific audience, and it's a much deeper game than people gave it credit for. And it's gone through a number of reprints because the game has become so successful. And it was designed by a music teacher who just happened to love Jane Austen novels. But she loved this concept. She play tested this concept. She found a graphic designer who could help it look very, very period and authentic for that. And she shopped that game around until a publisher found it. And she worked really closely with them and made this game a success. So part of it was capturing lightning in a bottle because there hadn't been another game like that on the market. Found a niche, served that market, and it's a great game. So yeah, I guess that would be another secret to success. Design a good game.
So, you know, as a game designer and as somebody who's been in the industry for a while, how do you keep yourself optimistic? Clearly, so many products that get put out there, whether it's Kickstarter or even through another company, they don't meet with success. Something about it just fails. How do you, I guess, not take that personally? You keep designing, keep doing what you love, even if 1 or 2 or 13 ideas don't happen. Eventually you get to something that probably will, but how do you keep yourself going?
I wish I knew. I still have a hard time shaking off failure. It's really difficult to read a review that rips one of your games because you put so much time into it. It's really difficult if a Kickstarter that you worked on didn't fund. So there are a lot of setbacks. So professional designers who do this, quote, as a living, run into some of these frustrations as well. And another thing that I think a lot of designers suffer from is this thing called imposter syndrome, which is no matter how good you are, you're not quite good enough. That even though I did this, well, it's not as successful as somebody else. So you feel like your contribution somehow isn't valid. But if you've designed a game, you've already done more than 95% of the people out there who just think about it have already done. So one of the things that I do to keep me positive is I stay engaged with the community. I follow the people who inspire me in this community. I play games more to be able to remind myself why I love gaming so much. And I'll go back through some of my older games and even some of the games that have failed to look back at them and wonder, did this just come out at the wrong time? Or now that I have more experience under my belt, can I make this a better game? So I think that part of it is to have other healthy hobbies and relationships that just kind of lift your spirits anyway. But then make sure that you remember why you're doing what you do, why you're willing to invest your nights and weekends in this. If it only becomes work, if it only becomes a chore, maybe it's time to step back for a little bit and do something else that excites you and energizes you, and then come back when this hobby inspires you again and when you want to tackle it, when you want to spend more time on it. But yeah, it can be really, really challenging to keep a stiff upper lip and a positive attitude, especially now in the time of coronavirus when we can't go outside and when all the conventions have been canceled and when I'm no longer meeting my colleagues and my students face to face, and I haven't played a game with somebody in the same room in months. It can be difficult to keep your spirits up, but I just encourage people to find the things that help make you happy and help lift your spirits, and eventually that will lead you back to game design if it's one of those things.
Well, Jay, I really, really appreciate, again, you taking the time to talk about game development in general with us. This is your second session with us for this telethon, and very much appreciate the insight, the expertise, and the encouragement you offer. So thank you so much for coming by again.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate the opportunity to talk about my favorite topic after myself, and that would be games.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to talk and meet in person when we're all allowed to meet in person again.
Look forward to it.
I will be honest. That was probably one of my favorite segments to record, just because I love the idea of game development. Just like many of you, I've got things noodling around in my head that I think this would be really kind of fun. So I just it was a good time with Jay. Also, one of my favorite questions in there was how do you deal with failure? We're not going to succeed at everything all the time, but that doesn't mean we're never going to succeed at anything. So it was a good time. Really enjoyed that, and hopefully you did too. So now we're coming to one of our last two games. So we got two left. This one is from the Milwaukee region, and we're going to go to Patrick now to tell us a little bit about that. Patrick, what do we got coming up?
So we reached out to a group. We got them back together. Nathan Idy and the Zach Matthews band. They played an excellent match for us in the basement of Nathan Idy's home, and it's classic table X-wing. Lots of laughs, lots of good times. It's so wholesome because of the fact that no one can get together, but everyone so far has been able to make this possible. And I thank everyone in the community, and thank you to Zach and Nathan, because it just reminds me of basically playing in the store like you always used to. And hopefully we can return to that time soon enough.
So that's great. So Patrick, thanks for organizing that, getting it together, doing the commentary. So let's watch that game and see how it plays out.
Campaign Against Cancer presents Nathan Idy versus Zach Matthews. I'm joined by Robert Padre Monroe.
Hello, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. We're fighting cancer. We are earning those merit badges. I'm absolutely excited about this match tonight. I'm not going to tell you who the winner is because, frankly, we don't know. We're watching it just as you are. Expecting an outcome. I asked Padre who he thinks would win, and he said one of them. So that's where we are there.
Well, it's hard to tell who's going to win. I mean, both are really good players.
They did admit to me they have not played in a very long time, though. So that's even better.
So they'll be a little bit rusty with each other, and then they'll be right on top of with each other. It's going to be a fun match. You can guarantee that they're going to enjoy it.
Well, Zach is actually a tester still for X-Wing. So he still does play every now and then. I just don't know what to what ends. And I'm sure he definitely plays against Nathan when he's play testing.
Sure.
Anyways.
Now, what are the lists tonight?
Let's go over those beautiful lists because they touched my heart. Zach Matthews flying on the right side of the table, 1 Leia Organa in the Millennium Falcon, and 3 T-65 Blue Squadron pilots. That is just so wholesome and delicious. I can't even fathom how he came up with that list other than just hey, you know what? This fits.
I'm pretty sure he probably saw a movie with those kind of ships in it.
Well, yeah, okay. That's where we're going. Anyways.
It's very cinematic.
It is. That's why I like it. It's not 4 X-Wings. It's 3, and then also a Falcon. And he just happened to like Leia with the ability